Okay. Okay. That was nice of you. Okay. Before we start, do you guys even know my name yet? No. You don't know my name? I've been back here for 2 weeks and you don't know my name? No. Oh gosh, I'm offended. Okay. Well, I'm Miss Allen, and I'm going to be doing your lesson today. Is that okay? Is that going good? Okay. Does somebody want to read the lesson objective for us? Is it Brent? Yeah. Okay. Lesson objective.
Multiply single digit numbers using arrays.
Okay. Multiply single-digit numbers using arrays. Have you guys done multiplication yet?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. What is multiplication? Brent?
It is adding your numbers by like doing it over and over.
Okay, so it's like repeated addition? So adding over and over? Okay, so if I have this number, we'll do 3 times 2. What's another way to say that? Nicole. Okay, what's another way to say that?
You can like do it like
So Brent said multiplication is like repeated addition. So if I had 3 times 2, what could I do?
maybe you can like say there's two, like you can do the easy way and you can do do 2 threes.
Do 2 3s, so this and this. And then what would go here?
That'll go 5.
He said it's repeated addition. Three plus 3, okay. So that's repeated addition. What about if we had 5 times 3? What would we do? Christopher. We're thinking about repeated addition. So here we have 3 times 2 is 3 plus 3, because there's 2 3s. What about here?
5
5 plus 10, okay. What's another way to say it? Okay, we could do 5 plus 5 plus 5. Okay, so I want you guys to remember that when we're talking about arrays. Have any of you guys ever heard of arrays before? You have? What are arrays?
Arrays are like draw your like multiplication, so you just put it a shape like.
Okay, so you draw multiplication in a shape. Okay, does anyone else have an idea what an array is? Okay, so an array is an arrangement of objects using rows. If you look at your paper, you see an array is an arrangement of objects using rows. Okay? And when we use arrays, we like to think of saying, so if we have 3 times 2, we like to say 3 rows of, so we're going to think of our multiplication sign as of 2 objects. Okay? So, Ms. Tamaya said 3 times 2 is the same as 3 plus 3. So what should I do here? So if I have 3 plus 3, I have 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot, and here I have 1 dot, 3 dot. Okay, this is an array. Okay, so I have 3 rows, 3, 1, 2, 3, of 2 objects. You see that? Row 1, row 2, and row 3. So I have 3 rows of 2 objects. I also have to say 3 plus 3. 3 plus 3. You guys get that? Does that make sense? Thumbs up makes sense. You want to try one without me? You want to try doing? Okay. Try to do on your paper, on the bottom of your paper, try to do one 5 times 3. So 5 rows of how many objects? Okay. I'm going to give you about 30 seconds to do that one. And I want you to put a thumbs up on your right, just a little bit. Let us know.
The rays are kind of like checking.
Rays are kind of like checking.
Like checking the work. It's like you put in your left and your body concentration and your right, and then all the concentration.
Yeah. Good job. I'll give you about 20 more seconds. And our array should look like what I had with the dots up here. That's an array. Okay? Who wants to come up and show us? What would an array look like 5 times 3? 5 rows of 3 objects. Okay, let's see it. Make sure you guys are checking them as he's doing it. Okay. Is that your answer?
Oh.
Okay. Hold on just 1 second.
Actually, I was trying to do
Okay. So, raise your hand if you agree with what he has up here. Okay? Raise your hand if you respectfully disagree with what he has. All right? Does somebody want to show us why they disagree? Okay, you can sit down. And explain to us why you disagree.
I disagree because if you go by the way this way and it equals 15, that's like 3 times 5.
Okay. So up here, let's look. Let's look at both ways. So here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You did the 5 rows, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And how many are supposed to be in each row? 3. How many are in your row? 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay. And how many are in Brent's row? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So raise your hand if you agree with this one. Now raise your hand if you agree with this one. Okay, let's try one more before we move on. Okay. Let's try 4. So 6. What are we going to make 6 of? 6 rows of how many? Okay, let's see it. Thumbs up when you're ready. Little thumbs up when you're ready. mark? Okay. Raise your hand if you want to come and show up on the board. Nicole. Oh, can you catch up here?
She can walk.
Oh, okay. It's a pretty dress, by the way.
Thank you.
Make sure we're watching. Give me what she's doing. Thumbs up if you agree with it. We think you did it right? Can we check it? Okay. So how many rows do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And how many objects are in each row?
4.
Did she do it right? And then how do we get the answer from that?
The answer is just count
You just count them back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 22, 24. 24. Okay? And another way we can check to see if our arrays are right. So we have 6 rows of 4. So if we go, we just count here, we have 6, and we count there. So if we have 6, 5, 4, we know probably that we have our array right. But when we do arrays, we have to make sure all of our rows have the same number. So is this an array?
Yeah.
Is this an array? Mm-hmm. Is that an array?
No.
I know. That's not an array.
Because you have to put like the roll those 3 times, and then how you like spread it out is what your time is.
Okay. So what if I did, here is 5 times. Are both those arrays?
No.
No. Why is this one an array? Okay, it's separated. What if I move them closer together? So what's like this? That's wrong. You just said it's separated. No, it's not separated.
No, you have a problem because you need the equal amount of each roll.
Each one has to be equal in each row. So that's not an array because they're not equal.
Because those 2 are supposed to be under.
Those 2 are supposed to be under, so you need the same amount in each row. Okay, thumbs up if that makes sense. All right. So if you flip your papers to the other side, there's a graph piece of paper. We can also make arrays on graph paper, and that's what we're going to do right now.
Are you going to color in the squares?
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what you're going to do. I'm going to write 4 problems on the board. Okay? So I want you to write each one and color it in on your graph paper, and under it I just want you to write the problem so I know which one to do. Okay, so just like our arrays, like our dots, instead of making the dots, you're going to color in the box. Okay? Does that make sense now? Sort of. Just like you did here. Instead of making the dots, you just the boxes. Okay? I'll give you guys about 5 minutes to do that.
Okay.
Do all of them? Yes. We're about 2 more minutes. Is that a simple? Thank you.
Where? It's right to
Gonna,
I got